Doma Sports Talk worldwide with some news from the world of boxing. So y'all know what time it is. You ain't in a rush to get concussed. Now, some very interesting news in the heavyweight scene, right? It's very interesting news. I've been knowing about it for about a day. I'm just seeing if anything was going to be going down, if there's going to be more residue from the statement. But it's typical because the statement has something to do with Undisputed. And I just, would like to say, and I've been telling you guys before, boxing, everybody involved with boxing kind of hates Undisputed. Because every time you're talking about Undisputed, people are not interested. Thumbs down, don't want to really talk about it. Undisputed is the problem. People don't really want to see who the best is. So, when Eddie Hearn, the promoter of Anthony Joshua, was saying, well, if Andy Ruiz does beat Anthony Joshua again, then Andy Ruiz Jr. and Deontay Wilder will probably unify and make an undisputed fight because they're all under the same banner under PBC, Al Heyman, and those guys. So they would make that fight. Now, if we were to win, then we would probably be looking more towards Tyson Fury for a Wembley fight, right? And that's not undisputed. But I'm telling you right now, he's going to fight Tyson Fury before Wilder. That's for sure. He's going to fight Tyson Fury before Wilder. And as a matter of fact, Anthony Joshua could probably fight Tyson Fury if he loses, and that'll still be a good fight. Because I don't know if Tyson Fury has what it takes to knock the man out. And if you can't knock him out, Anthony Joshua will give your boy Tyson Fury a damn good fight, I think. Even if he loses to Ruiz. It's just my opinion there. But that's what he would lean to. You know why? Let me get the Wembley fight out while people are still interested. There's a lot of money over there before I go around here and possibly get flatlined by Deontay Wilder. That's just simple business, and we know damn well that Andy Joshua and them thinking that way. Because he would have been saying right after that, Ruiz, I'm going to get Undisputed while getting this good. Because last time I messed up and didn't do Undisputed all them years, and then I didn't get it. But that's not what's coming. That's only coming from Ruiz. So, when you say things like that, there's no backlash. Nobody cares that Undisputed can't happen unless Andy Ruiz Jr. wins that fight. So, go Ruiz Jr. You know what I'm saying? Because that's what we want to see. We want to see Undisputed. Because Undisputed is always slept under the rug. It really is. You guys know how I feel about what's going on in the middleweight division. And I told you guys the Demetrius Andrade, for me, is arguably, and has a great argument of being the most avoided fighter in all of boxing. Right? There's a few people with some other arguments. But Demetrius Andrade, when you're that close to having a undisputed fight in the middleweight division, and Canelo is able to say, no, I'm not going to do that. I'm going to go try to wait on Sergey Kovalev 2 weight divisions up to fight one of a guy or 2 divisions up when Andrade fight was there to be undisputed. One middleweight champion. Not only does Canelo not have to take it, people are telling you should be looking at Canelo versus Kovalev, that Demetrius Andrade doesn't have a big fan base, or doesn't have the style, or he's just not big enough to have, to do it. Just a side note, in all of the articles you see, Golovkin's coming up against Derevyanchenko this week. They're talking about it, and Golovkin said, well, shoot, if not, I would like to unify or big fights. They want Billy Joe Saunders is interesting. Everyone's interesting, but Demetrius Andrade. And, the fact that Canelo or Gennady Golovkin hasn't fought him, the fact that Undisputed was right there, and all of boxing industry is ignoring that. And I'm telling you, it's a conscious effort for the press. Right? My point is they probably had a meeting. Don't nobody talk about Andrade. Simple as that, because you can't tell me that all these boxing pundits are not upset about, wait, that fight was right there. We had, undisputed middleweight title fight on September the 14th or 15th, right? On the day, the Mexican holiday. And we let him go around that and no one cares because it's undisputed. Because that undisputed means exactly that. No more disputes. We can't exalt somebody above the rest anymore because people have seen it. Alexander Usyk, undisputed cruiserweight champion. Not nobody really recognized him. A little bit, but not really. Only one recognizes the WBO for the heavyweight division because they said if you win all them titles, you undisputed cruiserweight. When you come up to heavyweight, you got a red carpet and you go straight into a mandatory status and a title fight. And damn it, that's how it should be. Especially with Alexander Usyk because he did it going away from home. Should have more props than he's getting. Just undisputed. People don't care. Speaking of Usyk, right? What about the WBSS tournament, guys? A tournament that finds out the top 8 in the division get in the tournament, and after 15 months, you find out who the very best is. Never got any legs, never got any support, can barely pay the participants because sponsors are not, feeling that it's worthy because it's just not, financially profitable for them. Go figure. Find out who the best is not profitable. So that's what's going on in boxing. So that's why Josh was able to do that. That's why Canelo was able to do that. People see it, but they won't tell you. Right? And some of the fans for these fighters will get mad when you talk about it, which is ridiculous. Because if you don't want Undisputed in any division, we'll probably disagree all the time. Because that's the goal. You want to see Undisputed in every weight division. Because we got 4 titles. They're trying to say 5 and 6. The IBF and IBO and what's the other one going to be? IBF. Once IBO comes, then the IBA going to come. Right? The IBA going to come right after that. There's going to be 6 champions in one division. And we got a whole lot of divisions we didn't have. So with that being said, when you have the opportunity to get one champion, you take that. But everybody involved, and the fans, you're the only ones who can really change because the sanction body's not going to change. It's about money. We get paid when we say he's the champion. That's why you think we keep making all these other champions, right? Why you think we making these championship belts that don't mean nothing? Because we can keep asking for money. So they ain't changing. The people getting paid by the promoters and the judges and the people that are involved, even the commentators, I'm getting a big check. So I'm not gonna say Demetrius Andrade on TV when they tell me don't say Demetrius Andrade on TV, or when they tell me don't ever ask Oscar De La Hoya about them racist emails. They telling me I can't do that, and they pay me about 100,000, 150,000 for 15 minutes of time or something. Right? So I just won't mention them in them 15 minutes. And if somebody interview me right after that, then maybe I will. It's things like that going on. There is things that they cannot say because I am not naive enough to believe that all the people that know way more about boxing than we do, right, involved, are not seeing that Demetrius Andrade supposedly, what was that? Right? And won't mention it. So yeah, Anthony Joshua, if he beats Ruiz, we won't see Undisputed right away. He's going to go fight Fury first. And you really can't blame them, though. But that's typical with boxing. They hate Undisputed. Doma Sports Talk. Worldwide. And I'm about to hear y'all.